What's good, duelists? This your boy Rogue Scientist out with another video. As promised, I'm here to present to you what I think will be the most competitive Numeron OTK deck profile. Before we begin this profile, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and also inbox me. And as I mentioned last video, that this deck is going to be focused on heavy OTKing and also more oriented, just in case if you have to go first. So, and then this deck is very resourceful in terms of getting your outs very quickly. So this deck is going to be a work in progress. I'm not expecting any bizarre results other than let's play and see where it goes, but I will work on making it better with the new Numeron stuff. And right after I made the previous video, as I mentioned that I needed some Exile Force, I also found a good alternative to Exile Force. And once you see it, you're gonna be like, hey, that makes a lot of sense. You're like, I would have never thought of that. So in order to get the big boys out on the field, especially Numeronius, you need to destroy C1 Numeron Gate Sunya. In order for you to summon Numeronius with Numeron Ritual, Sunya has to be destroyed by a monster card effect. So couldn't find no Exile Force, and I ain't want to waste my time to go and get them, but I found the alternative that's way better, and it'll definitely help me out in the long run. So without further ado, let's begin this Numeron OTK 2.0. Well, in this case I should say 1.0 since it's just the beginning. But before we begin, I want to mention I do not have a side deck for this yet. So once I get a side deck for it, I will upload it. But if you see my live twin deck profile, I can also use that side deck with this deck as well. Like I say, one side deck is completely universal. So I may go ahead and put that in there. I haven't decided do I want to do it, but if I need a quick side deck, I can just take it out the deck box and put it in another deck box. That's it. So let's begin Numeron OTK version 1. Alright, we ain't gonna start out with the package like everybody else do, but we gonna start out with what we got working here. So I definitely like this card, and it's gonna be extremely resourceful. And I just picked these up, and if you see my videos a couple videos ago, you see that I also ran this in a live twin. So we're gonna run three of the Lord of the Heavenly Prison. So this is going to be your ace card. This is going to be an ace card in pretty much in all your plays, especially your turn ones. 2 Effect Veiler, 1 Ghost Ogre, 1 Nibiru, 2 Lava Golem. So this should be plenty to get you out. Also, remember I told you I ain't had Exile Force, and I found the alternative. Here it is. 3 Unchained Twins, Aruha. So what this does is that it locks you into Fiend Special Summon. So once you use his effect, you target one card that you control, destroy it, and then Special Summon it. But it locks you into Fiend Special Summon. But you're not worried about it because Numeronius and Numeronius Numeron are Fiend. So that's okay. So this is my alternative to Exile Force since I don't have it. And now for the Numeron package. 3 copies. 3 copies of Numeron Wall. So that ends it for the monster lineup. Okay, now let's go into spells. I got 3 copies of Numeron Network. So this is pretty much the brains behind this deck. Without this card, you're pretty much screwed. 2 Calling. And 1 Chaos Ritual. So that's it for the Numeron package. And now let's go on to the rest of the spell cards. 1 Terraforming. 1 Anti-Magic Arrows. 3 copies of Memories of Hope. 1 Upstart. 1 Call By. 1 Pot of Avarice. I'm still thinking on whether to cut this for another spice or just keep it in. But I'm keeping it in for right now, since this is a budget alternative to I get competitive cards. 1 Day of Peace. Feather Duster. 2 copies of Small World. 2 copies of Dark Ruler No More. And 1 Mystic Mind. So that rounds it up for the spell cards. And for the traps are pretty much simple. I think I'm missing a trap. Here it is. Okay. For the traps, 2 Imperm. Just a 5 card trap. 2 Imperm. 2 Judgment. And 1 Red Reboot. So you want to make sure you get your Numeron plays as much as possible without any interruptions or negates. So this is pretty much going to help you every step of the way. And also to buy you some time if they manage to get rid of Mystic Mind or you want to protect Mystic Mind. But this deck solely doesn't focus on Mystic Mind. It'll buy you some time, but you're mainly focusing on protecting Numeron Network at all cost. And now for the extra deck. Let's see. We got 2 of each of the gates. 2 number 1. 2 number 2. 2 number 3. 2 number 4. 1 Sonya. 1 Numeronius. 1 Numeronius Numeronia. Saryuja. Megaclops. And Underworld. That's only 14 in the extra deck. The 15 could be anyone. So my 15 may be an Abramax. But the 15 card can be, it's entirely up to you. It can be another Saryuja Scoldred if you want. So that's it for the Numeron. Like I said, the side deck is pretty much universal. So if you saw my live twin deck profile, you will also see the extra deck the side deck for that I can actually use in this one. So this is, I just actually put this together real quickly and it took about an hour and a half to put together because I had pretty much what I want to go for. I can go for the OTK or the guaranteed dual win. So you have 3 win conditions in this deck, and you can go first comfortably with this deck. So it's a 40 card deck. Extra deck is 14 right now. The 15 card can be whatever you want to put in there. So I mean, Egyptian Gods line, you can run anything. Honestly, what I may do is, for my 15 card, I may run Rainbow Neos. So I can do the Rainbow Neos package. So that may be my 15 card for the extra deck lineup. So I will run the Rainbow Neos, but to fit the package, I got to fit 3 cards. That's Neos Fusion, Rainbow Dragon, and a Neos. But I mean, I'll just stuff it in there for right now. I can side deck the Rainbow Neos package, so that's no big deal. So like I said, this deck is focusing on heavy counter, stopping your opponent's interruptions as best you can. You got the draw power and the consistency to do so. And you got your resources. So everything in this card is searchable. Your heavenly prisons get you out anything. So if you like heavenly prison, just to reveal, and then you go Numeron Network, then Numeron Calling, summon the 4 Gates monsters. And if you want resources in your hand, you have that Heavenly Prison revealed, and then you can go ahead and summon him on the field after activating a set spell or trap, and then you can set your Memories of Hope from your deck and then activate it the turn it's set, since it's the normal spell card, and that'll get you +4. So Heavenly Prison can search you your outs and your pluses and your counters, so you can set your solemn. Pretty much you can basically get anything from the deck or graveyard and set it on the field. So that's just that one tip if you're going first. So appreciate you guys, and once again, like, comment, share, and subscribe to your boy Rogue Scientist, and let me know what you think of this profile. So this is just a humble beginning for this deck, and I'm looking forward and I'm very excited to continue on its progress and share it with you all and share with everything. Like I said, I'm not expecting it to win. This is not a guaranteed to win deck, but if it works, it works. It don't, it don't. You know my motto. Just back to the drawing board. Let's make the deck that we currently have better, instead of playing one deck for 2 months and switch up to another one, because this one has tier 1 potential instead of progressing the deck that you currently have, where you got to go spend more money to get this and all this other stuff, and then use your resources and go on YouTube with the other awesome duelists that have their deck profiles and copy their profiles and spin it to make it your own. Just focus on one deck. Alright, this your boy Rogue Scientist once again. Love you all. Continue to duel. Keep your meta players guessing. And let's make it to the top together. Alright guys, signing off.